Chosen one, stop. Do not scroll past this message. What I am about to reveal will shock you. Heaven has been holding this word, waiting for the exact second your eyes would land here. That second is now. God told me to tell you something that will change how you see yourself forever. He said, show them who they are becoming, because even they do not know yet. If you skip this message, you will miss the unveiling that was scheduled for this very moment. And unveilings once missed do not repeat. This is not motivation. This is not inspiration. This is a prophetic mirror being held up to your spirit. And when you see what God sees, you will weep, not from pain, from recognition. Because the person you are becoming is so different from the person you see in the mirror today that even you will not recognize yourself. Stay until the end. Every word that follows is a thread in the tapestry God has been weaving over your life. Miss one thread, and the picture remains incomplete. Before we go deeper, I need you to do something. Type, I am becoming, in the comments below. This is not just words. This is a prophetic declaration that activates the transformation process. Heaven responds to agreement. Type it now. And if your spirit is already stirring, if something in your chest is tightening with recognition, subscribe immediately, because what follows this message will reveal even more about who you are destined to become. Now, let me show you what heaven showed me. God pulled back a curtain in the spirit realm, and he showed me two versions of you. The first version was the one you know, the one weighed down by mistakes, the one haunted by failures, the one who looks in the mirror and sees scars, limitations, and disappointments. The one who has been told by life, by people, by circumstances, this is all you will ever be. That version was familiar, but then God showed me the second version, and I had to look twice, because I did not recognize you. The person standing in that vision was clothed in authority. Their eyes carried fire. Their voice carried weight. Their presence shifted atmospheres. They walked into rooms and chains broke. They spoke and darkness fled. They prayed and heaven responded. I asked God, who is this? He said, this is the same person. This is who they are becoming. And even they do not know it yet. Chosen one, hear me. The version of you that heaven sees is not a fantasy. It is not wishful thinking. It is prophecy waiting to manifest, and the unveiling has already begun. Do not skip. What I am about to reveal will explain why your life has been so difficult. Let me take you deeper into this mystery. You think you know yourself. You think you understand your limits. You think the struggles you face define your ceiling. But what you see is only a fraction. You have been looking at yourself through a cracked mirror. A mirror distorted by pain, rejection, trauma, and fear. That mirror shows you a version that is incomplete. But heaven has a different mirror. And in heaven's mirror, you are not broken. You are being built. You are not weak. You are being strengthened. You are not behind. You are being positioned. 1 John 3:2 says, Beloved, now we are children of God, and it has not yet been revealed what we shall be. Did you hear that? It has not yet been revealed what you shall be. The full picture of you has not been unveiled. Heaven sees it. Angels know it. Demons fear it. But you have not fully stepped into it yet. Until now. Because this message is the beginning of your unveiling. Do not skip. The next part will show you why you had to go through everything you went through. Here is the truth that will set you free. The pain was not punishment. It was preparation. Every tear you cried was watering seeds you did not know you planted. Every betrayal was cutting away relationships that would have hindered your destiny. Every closed door was protection from paths that would have destroyed you. Every delay was God holding you back until the right moment. You thought you were being forgotten. You were being formed. You thought you were being abandoned. You were being positioned. You thought God was silent. He was working. Consider Joseph. When his brothers threw him into a pit, they thought they were destroying him. When Potiphar's wife accused him, it looked like the end. When he sat in prison year after year, everyone assumed he was finished. But God was not destroying Joseph. He was designing him. He was stripping away the arrogance of youth. He was building the wisdom of a ruler. He was crafting the character of a deliverer. And when Joseph finally stood before Pharaoh, he was unrecognizable. The boy who once dreamed was now the man who would save nations. His own brothers could not recognize him. They bowed before him and did not know they were bowing to the one they betrayed. That is the power of divine transformation. Consider Gideon. When the angel found him in Judges chapter 6, he was hiding from enemies, hiding from responsibility, hiding from his own potential. He was threshing wheat in a winepress, trying to be invisible. But the angel called him mighty warrior. Gideon could not believe it. He said, "But I am the least in my family. My clan is the weakest." He did not recognize himself in that title. He could not see what heaven saw. But God was not speaking to who Gideon was. He was speaking to who Gideon was becoming. And by the end of his story, Gideon led an army of 300 men to defeat an enemy of thousands. The man who once hid became the warrior who conquered. Consider Peter, a simple fisherman, uneducated, impulsive. The one who denied Christ 3 times when fear gripped him. If you had seen Peter that night, weeping in shame, you would have written him off. But Jesus did not write him off. Jesus saw the apostle inside the fisherman. He saw the rock inside the sand. He saw the preacher inside the denier. And on the day of Pentecost, Peter stood up and preached with such power that 3,000 souls were saved in a single day. The man who once cowered before a servant girl now stood boldly before nations. His own family probably could not recognize him. Chosen one, the same process has been happening in you. The pit was not your grave, it was your training ground. The prison was not your punishment, it was your preparation. The hiding was not your destiny, it was your cocoon. And like Joseph, like Gideon, like Peter, you are about to step into a version of yourself that will shock everyone who knew the old you, including yourself. Jeremiah 1-5 declares, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Do you see it? God did not start believing in you when people did. He believed in you before you took your first breath. Your transformation is not God creating something new. It is God unveiling something that has always existed. The warrior was always inside Gideon. The apostle was always inside Peter. The ruler was always inside Joseph. And what heaven has placed inside you has always been there, waiting, developing, preparing, until this moment. Do not skip. I am about to reveal the 5 signs that your transformation has begun. Sign number 1. You no longer fit where you used to belong. This is the first evidence of transformation. Places that once felt like home now feel foreign. People who once felt close now feel distant. Conversations that once satisfied you now feel empty. You are not becoming antisocial, you are becoming aligned. God is separating you from environments that cannot contain who you are becoming. A caterpillar cannot stay on the ground once it becomes a butterfly. The old habitat cannot hold the new identity. If you have been feeling out of place lately, this is not rejection. This is recalibration. Heaven is repositioning you for elevation. Sign number 2. Your appetite has changed. You no longer crave what you used to crave. The things that once entertained you now bore you. The distractions that once consumed your time now repel you. You find yourself hungry for deeper things, hungry for purpose, hungry for meaning, hungry for God in ways you never experienced before. This shift in appetite is evidence that your spiritual DNA is being activated. The caterpillar craves leaves, the butterfly craves nectar. When your cravings change, it means your nature is changing. You are no longer who you used to be. Sign number 3. You are being pressed on every side. Right before transformation, the pressure intensifies. This is not coincidence. This is the cocoon. A caterpillar does not become a butterfly through comfort. It must enter a dark, confined, uncomfortable space where its entire structure is broken down and rebuilt. Inside that cocoon, something miraculous happens. The caterpillar does not just grow wings, it completely dissolves. Its entire body turns to liquid. Every structure it knew is destroyed. And from that destruction, a completely new creature is formed. The butterfly does not remember being a caterpillar. It is not an improved caterpillar. It is an entirely different being. That breaking is not death. It is redesign. If you have been feeling crushed lately, squeezed, confined, limited, pressed on every side, do not despair. The cocoon is proof of what is coming. The darkness is evidence of transformation. The pressure is the process. Romans 8:18 says, I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. The pressure is producing glory. The crushing is creating diamonds. The breaking is building wings. What feels like destruction is actually construction. What feels like ending is actually beginning. What feels like death is actually birth. You are not dying. You are being reborn. And when you emerge from this cocoon, you will not crawl anymore. You will fly. Sign number 4. Old patterns are dying. Habits that once controlled you are losing their grip. Addictions that once owned you are releasing their hold. Thought patterns that once imprisoned you are dissolving. This is not willpower. This is transformation. When a caterpillar enters the cocoon, its old body literally dissolves. The crawling creature must completely die for the flying creature to emerge. The same is happening in you. The old you is dying, not partially, completely. And from that death, a new creation is rising. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, If anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone, the new is here. You are not being improved, you are being replaced. The old version is being deleted, the new version is being installed. Sign number 5, you are receiving visions of your future self. In quiet moments, you catch glimpses. In dreams, you see yourself doing things you have never done. Speaking to crowds you have never addressed. Walking in authority you have never carried. These are not fantasies, these are previews. Heaven is showing you who you are becoming, so you will not be shocked when you arrive. God showed Joseph his future through dreams. He showed Gideon his identity through an angel. He showed Peter his destiny through a word. And he is showing you through these glimpses. Pay attention to them. They are blueprints. Do not skip. What comes next is the part the enemy did not want you to hear. Let me tell you what is actually happening in the spirit realm right now. Heaven has issued a transformation order over your life. This order was signed by the Father himself. It reads, remove the limitations, delete the old programming, activate the dormant gifts, release the hidden potential, unveil the true identity. This order was sealed with the blood of Jesus. It cannot be appealed. It cannot be overturned. It cannot be delayed any longer. The waiting period is complete. The preparation phase is finished. The unveiling has been authorized. Angels have been assigned to your transformation, not one angel, a team, each with specific assignments. One is removing obstacles you cannot see. Another is preparing pathways you have not yet walked. Another is fighting battles in dimensions you cannot perceive. Another is positioning people who will be part of your next season. They have been working while you slept. They have been moving while you waited. They have been preparing while you doubted. Archangel Michael himself has been dispatched to guard this process. He stands at the threshold of your transformation with his sword drawn, because the enemy knows what you are becoming, and he is terrified. He has seen the vision of your future. He has seen the impact you will have. He has seen the chains you will break. He has seen the captives you will free. He has seen the darkness you will expose. He has seen the glory you will carry, and he has tried everything to stop you from reaching this moment. The depression was his attack. The confusion was his strategy. The discouragement was his weapon. The broken relationships were his sabotage. The financial struggles were his chains. The health issues were his assault. Every voice that told you to give up was him trying to abort your transformation. Every thought that said you would never change was his lie. Every feeling of hopelessness was his poison. But he failed. You are still here. You are still reading. You are still believing. You are still believing. You are still standing. And now, the unveiling cannot be stopped. The transformation is past the point of no return. What God has started, he will complete. Philippians 1-6 confirms this. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. It is not a question of if, it is only a question of when. And heaven says, the when is now, do not skip. I am about to release a prophetic declaration over your life. Hear what the Spirit of God is saying to you right now. My child, you have looked at yourself through eyes of flesh for too long. You have measured yourself by human standards. You have accepted limitations that I never placed on you. But today, I am removing the veil. Today, I am showing you who you really are, not who your past says you are, not who your failures say you are, not who your enemies say you are, but who I say you are. You are chosen, you are appointed, you are anointed, you are destined for greatness that will shock generations. The version of you that is emerging will speak and chains will break. The version of you that is rising will walk into rooms and atmospheres will shift. The version of you that I am unveiling will pray and mountains will move. Do not shrink back from it. Do not apologize for it. Do not let false humility rob you of divine identity. I did not create you to blend in. I created you to stand out. I created you to be a city on a hill. I created you to be light in darkness. I created you to be proof of my power in the earth. Rise, my child, rise into who you have always been. Rise into the identity I wrote for you before time began. The unveiling has begun, and nothing in heaven, on earth, or under the earth can stop what I have started. Do not skip. What follows is critical for completing your transformation. Let me tell you what happens next. In the coming days, you will begin to notice changes. Small at first, then undeniable. You will speak and feel authority you never felt before. Words will come out of your mouth that did not originate in your mind. Wisdom will flow through you that you did not learn. People will look at you differently. Not because you changed your appearance, but because your presence has changed. There is a weight on you now, a glory that is beginning to manifest. Old friends may not recognize you. They will say something is different about you. They will not be able to name it, but they will feel it, because the transformation that started in the spirit is now manifesting in the physical. Expect doors to open that you did not knock on. Expect opportunities to find you that you did not seek. Expect people to be drawn to you that you did not pursue. This is the favor of the transformed. When you carry divine identity, you attract divine connections. When you walk in kingdom authority, you access kingdom resources. When you operate from heavenly identity, earthly limitations lose their power. Within the next 21 days, watch for these confirmations. A stranger will speak a word over you that confirms this message. An opportunity will appear that aligns with your new identity. A door will open that was locked for years. These are not coincidences. These are coordinates. Heaven is confirming that the unveiling is real. Do not skip.